Moving on, Karnataka Minister Priyank Kharge has stirred a social media storm with his recent remarks on the Bengaluru city's notorious traffic congestion, calling it a good problem to have. Speaking at the Mobility Symposium 2025, Kharge, who serves as the Minister for Rural Development and Panchayat Raj, said about 75% of Bengaluru's population is part of the working population. It's a good problem to have traffic issues. It shows we are growing. Kharge linked the traffic surge to economic expansion, job creation and migration, but the comment was widely criticized online. This comment, remember, comes after what Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivkumar had said earlier. He had claimed that even London has similar traffic issues and that traffic issues are equally bad in other Indian cities like Delhi and Mumbai, but nobody talks about that. They're only focusing on Bengaluru. Now, Kharge has gone one step further to say that traffic is a good problem to have. It just shows that the city is growing. But here is what they are missing. Bengaluru is at the third spot on global slowest moving city index. Citizen stories routinely make this apparent. City's average travel time is 34 minutes and 10 seconds per 10 kilometers. Bengaluru, in fact, is 50 seconds slower than last year, which is the biggest year-on-year rise amongst the top 5 cities. So clearly, it is getting worse, which is why it is continuing to get this feedback. But is the Congress government not only making light of what is their responsibility, but also mocking the plight of the commuters? That debate is coming up.
To sort out the traffic problem, because even in London, 3 hours they have to travel. If they doesn't go to the public transport, if they are in the car, 3 hours.
Vastly, like a lot of people say that Bengaluru is having a lot of traffic issues. Yes, we are having traffic issues because we are growing. But we need to solve it as well. We can't say that, as a government, we cannot say that, look, we are growing, that's why we should not be solving it. It's a good.
Let's go across to our guest joining us. Samrudh Hegre, spokesperson of Karnataka Congress. Anand Gurumurthy, spokesperson of Karnataka BJP, is also joining us. Anand, I will begin with you. As we played out, yes, Priyank Kharge says that it's a good problem to have, but he also says that as a government, we can't say we will not solve this problem. So is some of the criticism that is coming Priyank Kharge's way unfair?
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. All over the world in primary school, we are taught something called as talk less, work more. This is what these people have to learn, especially the Congress government in Karnataka. They only talk, they don't do the work on roads or any other subject. They don't do any work. And one more thing that is coming towards Priyank Kharge, the criticism that is coming towards Priyank Kharge or the Bangalore in charge minister D.K. Shivkumar or our chief minister Mr. Siddaramaiah also. They have to take this plight of people very seriously. Making statements every day and trying to annoy people when their travel time is getting extended. And then people are dying on road and they're still mocking the public with these statements. It's very inconsiderate of them to do such things. They have to understand that people want basic infrastructure in place in basic requirement way that they are not able to do. And every day they have to make such statements to hurt people, which is unacceptable. And we have told this many times as the principal opposition party that have some funds, allocate it properly, and then get the work done. But it's not happening. They're just showing their anger towards officers. They're trying to make a drama here. They show some anger in the meeting. It comes in the front pages of all the newspapers. And next day, it's all gone. They're not worried about it. They're not fixing the things. They're giving a deadline. After the deadline, they'll again do a drama. That's what is going to happen.
Okay.
They're not seen as
let me bring in Samrudh in here. Samrudh, it's not just one statement, right? It's a series of statements on the problems that Bengalurus have faced that has kind of, raised an eyebrow, because Priyank Kharge says it's a good problem to have. It shows we are developing, but clearly we are developing without plans, right? Because the city is not able to cater to that number of people or that amount of traffic. D.K. Shivkumar says London is equally problematic. that's not an excuse for what Bengalurans are going through. There have been statements where, even the pothole issue has been either brushed under the carpet or excuses have been made. That's not what you expect to hear from your government.
See, Shivani, we know that Bangalore's traffic has metastasized into a monster and that the daily commute has become a torture. And this problem that plagues almost every metropolis across the world has been caused by the cascading effect of serious economic growth, rapid economic growth, unplanned and unchecked urbanization, and a lack of planning. Now, we have to understand that Bangalore has around 1.2 crore registered vehicles. We have the highest intake of migrants, highest opening of businesses. Around 7 lakh vehicles are added annually. Now, these are not justifications. I am not sitting here making justifications to absolve liability at all. But these are factors that have to be considered while coming to the solutions. For the first time in a long time, we have a government that is listening. And not just listening, acknowledging the problem and acting proactively. Be it the pothole issue, when CNN had its own drive where they raised certain issues about potholes, all those potholes were filled. And we have initiated the systemic overhaul, be it the Greater Bangalore Authority, be it listening to citizen consultative groups, be it opening apps. We are a government that listens, and not just listens but acts. But there is a systemic problem, and the systemic problem requires solutions which can't be done in a day or a month or a year.
Okay.
These are systems that we are acting upon. We need to bring in better public transport. We need to bring in better facilities. See, I don't want to get into the political angle of it because Bangalore also has 16 BJP MLAs and all 4 BJP MPs, and funds have been allocated to them too. Right? This is an issue that we all have to sit together and bring solutions to.
I'm not sure if the MPs and MLAs will have enough funds to take care of
No, we have
the
allocated specific
transport
funds.
business,
We have
the
allocated
transport of the
specific
city.
funds.
That's not true.
We have allocated
That's not true.
specific funds for the building of roads, and we have also brought in accountability with the contractors. So it's not like the government is counting ducks and not sitting on ducks and doing nothing.
Okay.
We are rolling up our sleeves and acting on the ground.
Yes, Anand Gurumurthy wants to come in.
Yeah, I see. Basically, I want to tell you about one problem, Shivan. Very simple problem. They are not listening to us. People are speaking about it every day. The AI traffic lights in Bengaluru. Okay. We all know that it's a technology city and everybody understands to an extent that when AI is being used, it needs training data. These people, they switch off and switch on the AI lights as if every day, the traffic police are not maintaining it. Because when you ask the traffic people, right, why are you taking it to the manual mode every day? Because there are some VIP traffic going. There are some higher level officials who want, green corridor for themselves. This kind of activity is happening. And when asked, they will say, no, we let down an ambulance to go. That's not what is happening. Okay, they are trying to use the system built for ambulances to have their own VIPs going convoys and happily going green corridors. This is one thing. Second thing is, Shivani, I want CNN, IPN, News 18 guys, CNN News 18 guys, you did this thing, right, on potholes. Please go to the same spot and see. Okay, what were filled has come out because they're using very low quality materials and always doing a shoddy job, and they're mocking the public by not allocating the funds. Finally, the contractor is not even being paid for good work also. Good work contractors are being thrown out. Only people who are doing shoddy work are being invited.
Yes,
All
so
this
I
is
can
happening
say
under our nose
as far as that CNN News 18 report that you're referring to, initially one stretch was taken care of and the Deputy Chief Minister had acknowledged it. But then we got more updates about how there's a much longer stretch that hasn't been touched. And I think the government itself had accepted that there are more potholes that they can fill. That the rate of filling of those potholes is just not adequate because it's just too many potholes. No,
Shivani, there's one more thing. As I said in the beginning, they should talk less and work more. Every day they are giving press statements. Every day they are mocking the people of this city. Instead, let them go and see what the officials are doing. Everywhere there is chaos, whether it is, the census that is going on, there is chaos. The app doesn't work, something doesn't, function. Whether it is the pothole filling, there is chaos. They blame the rains. Now the rains have also, minimized, but still they are not able to do. Everywhere they create a confusion, ruffle the feathers. They want to be, whether it is the CM, DCM or any minister, they want to be in the front page of the newspaper. That's it.
Okay.
That is why they're becoming newsmakers rather than fixing problems of people, and people are getting angry day by day. Now this is a question. Okay, not just the opposition party people like us, even the people, they are telling if these people
No,
go, some work will
these are
happen in Bangalore.
absolutely not political sentiments alone, Samruddh. These are actual,
No, I agree.
genuine citizen sentiments in Bangalore. I want to point out, while Priyank Kharge may be right that the city is expanding, it is generating growth, it is generating jobs, and people are buying vehicles. But as far as the amount of work hours that are lost, the amount of productivity that is lost, mental stress, health risks, a city like Bangalore cannot, be completely apathetic to that side of traffic congestion.
I definitely agree. This is not a problem that is limited to a political party. This is a problem that every Bangalorean is facing. And we are required to address this problem, and we are doing so. This is a government that's acting. And the last night we had torrential rainfall, despite of which we are working. These statements, they are saying that these statements are being taken out of context to distract from the real issue, which is the traffic congestion, which is being addressed. Right? You can't take 2 or 3 words out of context, and then I'm not going to weed into this 2 or 3 words being taken out of context for political gains. The issue at hand is that Bangaloreans are suffering. Bangaloreans are suffering. We have acknowledged that traffic is a huge issue. How do we solve that? Right?
Yeah, so when in March 2024, DK Shivkumar, the Deputy Chief Minister and the Bangalore Concerned Minister was asked about the Bangalore pothole issue, for example. He said even God cannot fix Bengaluru's roads.
I will tell one more thing.
See, Shivani, these are statements which are being taken out of context. You have to take the whole context into picture.
No,
Okay,
even
let's
if
take the
I
whole
agree,
context.
even if I
have one
agree,
question.
Have we not filled 13,000 potholes in the last month?
That's what I'm
We are
coming to,
raising
Samruddh.
these issues. You are raising these issues. We are very grateful to the citizens, to the media, to the opposition for raising these issues. And it is right that you are holding us accountable. It is right that you are auditing us, and we are acting on it. 13,000 potholes have been filled.
I will ask you one
and
question.
we have to act on not just the roads, not just the traffic, public transport. That the entire system needs a mobility overhaul.
Okay, I'll come
Right?
to that.
We
I'll
need
come to that.
a
Let
overhaul.
Mr. Anand come in, because I have a question on that, on the mobility aspect.
Basically, there's one very important thing. See, when DK Shivkumarji was questioned, he told, I will bring up an app. They bought up an app also. I'm sure they've spent a hell lot of money on that. But Samruddh says we have, fixed 13,000 potholes. The apps clearly tag, people clearly tag, whenever it worked, it clearly tagged the geographical position of the pothole. So they can also show out a report, how many were fixed and what is the condition. They can just say it is fixed in the app. They have not done that part only. They don't want to do that because they can come in TV, they can come in assembly and say we fixed so many, but it's gone because of torrential rains. If they really wanted accountability, to happen, if they really wanted Bangaloreans not to suffer, right? They want Bangaloreans to suffer. I don't know for what reason we got this government, in position, which is they're really not worrying about the people at all. So they just have to map it. They've already mapped, right, where the pothole is. People have mapped and given them, please fix it. Now let them map back and tell that we have fixed it. And show us the numbers instead of, throwing numbers in television.
Okay. No, but on the issue of the fact that the government is accountable for it, Samruddh, my next question to you is only this. It's been 2 years since the government has been in power. I'm not suggesting that previous governments have done, much better work or anything like that. This is a systemic issue. It has been going downhill for a while now. But 2 years after being in power, a government that came on the back of many social welfare guarantees. 2 years after being in government, you can't say we are still figuring out the problem or we're still figuring out the solutions, or that the ministers won't make headlines if they didn't make statements like this, and we wouldn't be discussing this because we acknowledge most Indian cities are dealing with this problem. But, the positive headline would be when you talk about a solution or you talk about something that you're doing to fix it, instead of just showing either your inability, frustration at the questions, or these bizarre logics that even London is dealing with 3-hour traffics.
No, Shivani, it seems like as if there is a solution to this problem and we have not found the solution. Or we are not looking for
So you're
it.
also saying there is no solution?
There is a solution, but we have to look for it, right? It takes time. If there is any city in the world that has solved this traffic problem, we will have to look into those examples. like I can't understand how someone can say that there is a solution, but you haven't found the solution.
No, but
We
this
are
is
finding-
what my
It's a
question
simple
is.
solution,
In the
Samruddh.
process.
Samruddh, it's a
Anandji,
very
one
simple
second.
In the
solution.
process,
Anandji, one
we
second.
are-
Samruddh, my question was exactly this. You are not a new government anymore.
Correct.
You're
Correct.
almost through half of your term.
Correct. And haven't we brought in systemic overhaul? Even sitting in on the studio, the BJP spokesperson spoke about the Greater Bangalore Authority. He spoke about the apps being launched. He spoke about the contractors, the good contractors making good roads. He admitted to that. He spoke about the
being thrown
potholes
out.
being fixed. Right? He spoke about AI signals. All these are measures to reduce traffic. Right? When the BJP is sitting here, are we sitting counting ducks? No,
Why
we
are you not
working on
using it,
right?
Samruddh? That's
Are we
what I'm
not
telling.
acting on it?
Okay.
No,
The
you're not
BJP
acting on it.
spokesperson himself has admitted.
No, you're
that
not
we
acting
are-
on it. I
we
am
are
clearly
acting on
telling
it.
you're
He has-
not acting
He has
on it.
spoken about the measures that we have taken.
See,
Right?
Samruddh,
This is an
Samruddh,
issue
there
that
are two.
doesn't have us. That has a
Samruddh, there are two
multi-dimensional
things.
solution.
Wait, hear to me.
It's
Hear
not
to
a
me. Hear to
one.
me.
It's not a.
Hear
Sir,
to
I
me.
didn't
I know.
interrupt you.
You want a brownie point, but hear to me. Listen to me. See, it is
This
very
this
different
is
that.
an issue
Hey, wait a
has
second. Wait a second.
multi-dimensional
Yeah.
issue. You
Okay,
cannot
wait
sit
a
and say
second.
that this has a one solution.
No. It has a very
There's
easy
public
solution.
transport
You're
issue,
spending
there is
money.
a
You're
mobility
throwing money
issue,
at the
there's
problem,
systemic
but siphoning
overhaul
the
that
money.
is
That's
required.
what
One
I'm
by
telling
one,
Samruddh.
please. One by one. Anand Gurumurthy, please.
Samruddh,
Yes.
I'm very clearly telling that you're throwing money at the problem, bringing in systems, but at the same time, there is something siphoning happening. Okay, the AI signals, they are not working. Why they are not working? Why you are not letting it work? Why? What is the reason behind it? Let it work for 3 months and see if it solves the problem. Then, otherwise, you're bought in a system which will not work. Second thing is simple fixing of potholes. You people are not able to do, and you come here and say, "Yeah, why are we not working?" Where you are working, you are not fixing the potholes. There is money being poured in, but where is the money
Can I
going?
come in?
There is so people are suspecting that you guys are doing siphoning, and even the contractors association clearly says that now it is
Okay.
the
Can I just point
percentage has
out-
gone to 60 or 80%.
Can I just point out, Samruddh, I'll give you the final opportunity. You know, the reason why this is becoming an issue, let's say more in Karnataka and Bengaluru than other cities and states. Also, we discussed these civic apathy issues from all cities and our metro cities especially. Look at the sequence of statements. It's not one, as we started out by saying, it's one after the other after the other. DK Shivkumar, not many days ago, said that they have moved heaven and earth, but mafias are not allowing them to solve the garbage issue. Now, is this what you want to hear from the Deputy Chief Minister?
So is that not an acknowledgement of the problem? Did he say he will not find a solution? See, Shivani, we have to. The issue is that statements are being taken out of context. 1 or 2, 3 words are being taken out of context, and you're making it a debate at 8 p.m. Let us listen, or 6 p.m. Let us sit and analyze the exact context in which he said.
That the government needs
hasn't
to
he
do
worked-
now. He himself said,
Correct.
we have moved heaven and
Correct.
earth. We haven't been
So-
able to solve this problem.
It is very
It's
clear
like
from
giving
the
up.
statement
We
that
haven't
they have
been,
resigned to the
doesn't mean we
mafia
will
and
not,
they are
right?
working according to the mafia's
Hasn't
orders.
been, but doesn't mean we will not.
Okay.
And it doesn't mean we are not looking for solutions.
Okay. Anand Gurumurthy, final 10 seconds, please.
See, it is very clear that this, by the statements which all these ministers are doing, they are being ruled by the mafia. They have bowed down to the mafia. They are doing some siphoning of money to fund the Bihar election. That was already told by our opposition leader also. But somehow they are shamelessly running this government, and they are every day throwing stones through words at the people of Bengaluru and Karnataka. That's what they can do, Congress people. And
Well,
I'm sure people
ultimately,
will
the
teach them
public
a
will be
lesson.
the judge of whether efforts were made, solutions were tried, they didn't succeed, or whether this was all just shirked off. Time for a very short break. On the other side, we'll get you some special visuals of Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Stay with us.